The crash, explained, has been released by Ryan Meuleman and his family. In his own words, hear how Daniel Andrews lies about how his SUV collided with 15-year-old cyclist Ryan Meuleman on January 7, 2013, almost killing the child.
So what I thought I might do is run you through the events of that day.
This is the official police diagram of the crash scene. Here is the first problem. Police and Daniel Andrews say the bike track is here. But in the real world, it's 10 meters further down the road. Are police saying Ryan rode a bicycle over these trees, on a non-existent bike path, and into the side of the Andrews car, when the crash happened meters down the road, at the actual bike path? Now, listen to Daniel Andrews.
We come to a complete stop. We then turn right, probably actually in the process of straightening up on still making the turn. The next thing we know, a young man on a bike plows into the side of the car. He T-boned our car. That is how you would properly describe it.
That's how you would properly describe it, if you were lying. If the car had come to a complete stop and turned right, here's what the driver would have seen. Ryan is clearly visible. It's beyond belief that the driver would accelerate down the hill if they could see Ryan. So what really happened? Based on Ryan's injuries, and the damage to the SUV, ambulance officers concluded that the vehicle was traveling at between 40 and 60 kilometers an hour when it hit Ryan. For Ryan and the driver not to see each other, the driver had to cut the corner at high speed. The front of the car was smashed in, as was the windscreen, meaning Ryan was hit front on. The first witness on the scene has provided a sworn statement saying Ryan landed here, and the SUV eventually came to a stop here. Moments after the crash, Daniel Andrews was seen walking his children down the road towards the beach house the family had rented. While all that was happening, Ryan was still lying on the ground, fighting for his life. At that point, police arrived at the scene. Daniel Andrews returned to the crash scene only after police and an ambulance arrived. He then drove the unroadworthy SUV, with its smashed windscreen, away from the crash scene to the rented beach house. That meant, police did not inspect the vehicle to determine which of the two adults was the driver at the time of the crash. It's a crime to remove evidence from the scene of a near-fatal accident. No one is above the law. Police must charge Daniel Andrews for doing this. Throughout his time as Premier, Daniel Andrews and his wife Catherine were never held accountable for the crash. Surely, it's time. Follow the story and share on your socials.